Hi guys, showed you I picked this up in the charity shop. I bought it along with some other cars because it was one of those things where you had to buy several things for £1. I just wanted this on its own because it's radio controlled. In the previous video I did say I didn't know what frequency it was, but I just noticed through there, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it does actually say there's 27 written in there, so I expect it's a 27 megahertz. I did try charging it. I've got another car very similar with the same plug on it for that socket, but it didn't take charge, so I expect I've got to change out the battery, which I expect will be a little LiPo battery. This one fit? Oh yes. I have it in mind to use that receiver for a little radio controlled aeroplane, little indoor one, if we can get it to work. Right, oh, that's a couple of old NiCad batteries. Okay, well, I'll see if we can get that apart and just temporarily connect on a little, let's guess they're probably 1.2 if they're NiCad, 1.22, yeah, 2.5 volts. That's what we'll need. While we're looking at it, can you see that clearly enough, or shall I'll zoom in a bit. Right, so the steering is that little motor, spins round. In fact, looking at it, that looks like that gear's slipped forwards. Yeah, that slipped forwards anyway. That drives that gear, that drives that gear, which drives that gear, which spins the wheel. And then, so that means you've got a little gearbox if you want for maybe driving a propeller. And then at this end, similar, we've got a, can't even see it in there, similar motor tucked away in there with that gearbox, which is very similar to that one. Yeah, in fact, looking at it, I think it's almost identical. That one is tucked down in there, then it drives that one, which drives that one. Can we see this at all? I'm not sure. Which then drives that one, which drives the back wheels. So we want to get that apart so we can try and connect the battery up. Oh, okay, that's just fallen off. It's just melted over there. Okay, that's our two little, say, NiCad, I would think, which we can't get out without getting that out of the way. Which will, I could unscrew that. But all we want to do is get to those terminals. That wire's fallen off anyway, which isn't surprising because you can see they've gone green and corroded. That's just what we want actually, that wire, because the other one goes down to the charging port. And the same if I can get that one off there. Yeah, that's the two wires we want. How do we know which one was positive and which one was negative though? Yeah, it shows on there a plus sign next to the green one and ground next to the yellow. Okay, I'll go and see if I can get something that we can clip on there and put some power into it. This probably looks a bit complicated because I've got some quick connectors on there to connect the wires off the receiver onto that JST lead. That JST lead goes to this little battery box, but I've only got 2 AA batteries in it. The rest are strapped out with that white wire. So what we're actually doing is giving this receiver 2 AA batteries, so 3 volts or thereabouts. So forwards, backwards works. And this one, the steering, yeah, oh, it does work, although it's just, as I showed earlier, slipped off the gearing there. Let's see if I can hold it elsewhere. I think it's jamming a bit. Let's slip it back off again. It wanted to work. Yeah, it's trying to, but that gear is a bit loose on there. And I get the impression it wants a little bit more than 3 volts. Oh. Yeah, it seems to be jamming. Still, all I'm interested in is whether that receiver works, and clearly that works on 3 volts. That's a lovely tiny little receiver that is the right size, or designed to drive those little motors. I could probably put a propeller straight on one of those little motors and put it on a little very lightweight indoor aeroplane. Yeah, pleased with that. So that cost me virtually nothing, about 20 pence or something like that, and I got a little 27 megahertz receiver. Just for the record, that's the batteries that are in there. Like I said, nickel cadmium, or NiCad, 80 milliamp hour. Just looking at the bodywork here, it's clearly number 2331A. That says power system car. It says speed there, but there it's got no S in front of it. It just says PEED. And the same on that side. PEED. Bit of a novelty. Let's have a look, see if we can see the controller chip without breaking any of the wires off. It's the RX2CS, I think.
Hey, thanks for watching. There's plenty of videos on my main channel with more added daily, so don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications to keep you up to date with my new releases. You can help keep my channel running by donating $1 on Patreon to buy me coffee. You can always find more information in the video description. Thanks again for watching.